Looking for a way to divide your room? When it comes to limited spaces, there are solutions to separating rooms without losing that feeling of open space. Believe it or not, bookcases can be the solution to this. Double-sided bookcases, which have open instead of closed shelving, allow for a sense of privacy and division without losing the filtration of light and that sense of open space. Hi, I'm Juliet, an interior designer here at Diotti.com, and in this episode of our series Interior Design Tips, we will be taking a look at how to use partition bookcases to stylishly separate two rooms or clearly divide a space into two different areas. We'll explore different types of partition bookcases, also known by other names depending on their characteristics, fixing, and functions. Popular examples include double-sided bookcases with open shelving, modern floor-to-ceiling bookcases, and even low-dividing bookcases. Let's dive in and take a look at each model. Modular double-sided bookshelves. These bookshelves are comprised of open shelving and lend themselves to a range of personalized compositions. These room-dividing bookshelves can be customized in height and width and depth, depending on different tastes and needs. They can follow a symmetrical design or instead an asymmetrical composition. Furthermore, they can be accessorized with drawers, cubes, and compartments reminiscent of modern partition walls. These bookcase dividers are ideal for separating nighttime and daytime zones in studio apartments or for blocking off the kitchen. Freestanding double-sided bookshelves. Also known as self-supporting bookcases, this particular type of bookcase does not need to be fixed to the wall or a ceiling, and instead stands on its own feet. The freestanding bookcase is very stable in its position on the floor, and the fact that it is self-supporting allows for freedom in choosing the position of the bookshelf in the room. Therefore, this bookshelf can be placed right in the center of a room in order to divide it. Imagine it in the middle of a spacious, luminous room. If you choose a bookcase as a room divider, it then becomes the focal point of the space. Therefore, you should carefully consider what ornaments and books to display and how to arrange them. Perhaps the addition of greenery could add a lively element and even some additional coverage. Floor-to-ceiling bookcases. The term floor-to-ceiling is the name given to bookcases that are fixed both to the floor and then all the way up on the ceiling as well. This type of bookcase can serve as a modern room divider, and the various designs include minimalist compositions with poles or instead fuller wooden designs. The floor-to-ceiling installation allows for an obvious separation of rooms while still maintaining the brightness and lightness of an open-plan home thanks to the open shelving. Furthermore, simple minimalist designs occupy less space while adding extra surfaces to place ornaments, books, and vases. These room-dividing shelf units are ideal for separating kitchens from dining areas or living rooms, or to incorporate in the entrance area of a home. These irresistible modern room dividers not only allow for division of spaces, but also for extra organization and storage. Low dividing bookshelves. Low double-faced bookcases are very useful if one would like to create lower division solutions of half height. One does not necessarily need a lot of height to divide a room, and in fact, a lower bookcase that visually divides the room can often be enough. Different heights and sizes of low bookcases can adapt to different spaces and needs, and although the height is sacrificed, it can be made up for by the length of the unit. Using a low bookcase as a room divider can be a fantastic solution for limited spaces, and these bookcases are ideal for placement between columns. Choosing a low bookcase as a room divider allows for the filtration of light without obstacles. Furthermore, low bookcases are ideal for dividing workspaces, allowing for communication while still maintaining a sense of personal space. These low partitions can also be accessorized by placing a lamp, ornaments, or a plant on top, allowing for the addition of extra aesthetic touches to your room. Double-sided bookcases with cabinets or closed sections. As the name suggests, these double-sided bookcases include cabinets and closed sections, creating a half-closed effect, adding a little bit of extra privacy. The structure of these bookcases alternate between open, double-faced compartments and closed sections with drawers, doors, and cabinets. Therefore, we still get that filtration of light from the open compartments, but also an extra sense of privacy as well as storage and organization from the closed sections with drawers, cupboards, and doors. This modern solution to dividing rooms is ideal for separating living spaces in the home, such as the kitchen from the lounge, and zones which require a stronger sense of privacy, such as a co-working space or a study zone. We have taken a look at some ideas and inspiration for dividing a space with a double-sided bookcase. Organization and optimization are so important, especially in limited spaces, so I hope that you are able to use a double-sided bookcase to its full potential in this way. Before we conclude with the video, I would like to share some related projects by our own interior designers here at diotti.com. Let's dive in. In this home, a double-sided bookcase with floor-to-ceiling installation was placed between the dining area and the seating area, allowing for clear separation while still maintaining that flow of light. Our interior designers used a bookcase as a partition wall in this unusual space, clearly using it to its full potential. The kitchen and living room in this studio apartment have been divided using a modular double-sided bookcase. Separation is created, but without detachment. Here we see how a double-faced bookcase with cabinets separates the kitchen from the entrance area in this home. Will you be using any of these ideas in your homes? If you're looking for more inspiration and project ideas, leave us a comment below or contact us to chat with one of our interior designers. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to our channel to catch more episodes of our interior design tips. Click the bell notification to hear about any new videos that we post. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.